Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video I will talk about the Turkish made SAR b6p pistol as in front of the camera. This is the US version of it. It comes in a nice solid blue case. Even has the locking tabs on the side. Pretty good case. Then we see the SAR arms manual. Interesting, it say do you not use +P ammunition, and on the back side we see the importer and the manufacturer. As I say, this one is in USA. We first have a bit of look at the manual. It has the usual warnings on it. You can always stop the video and read it closer. Maybe you see the manual also online as a PDF. Would not surprise me. I like manuals for technical reason, to learn and to study items that I don't own. It's quite a manual, quite some pages. From the technical standpoint, there isn't much to say to this gun. It's a copy of the CZ75, the later version with the automatic firing pin safety. We're gonna have a look at that in this video as well, and then another video will show some modification that I'm gonna do to it. Unfortunately, the problem is with the magazines. I did research that online and the people in the forums did mess up. This gun is not able to use CZ75 magazines as it is, how it is right now. The last two pages are white. So that is with the manual. Then it comes typical USA with a lock. Then we have here on the side cleaning utensils. Funny tip. I just got it new. The case is pretty well made, nice, durable. Then we have the gun itself. I did already safety check it, so that is the pistol itself. This is the full size version. They also make a version that is a bit more compact. I did wanna do the full size version. And the main problem is the magazine. As I did say, the people in the forum did mess up, and the Turkish as well. It will not work with the CZ75 magazines in the forums. Basically they say that if you have the later magazine of the CZ75 with the two slots, this is the Turkish one, this is the CZ original one, but with one slot. They say if you have with two slots it's gonna work, but unfortunately it will not. And the problem is the length. The length of the magazine. Here we see that pretty good. I hope the camera get that, as we are here equal. We see the CZ magazine is shorter than the Turkish one. The Turkish made it, yeah, I would say about 2 mm longer. than the CZ magazine. So it does not matter at all if you have just one slot or the other, because the magazine button, as we see as I take it apart, is not gonna interlock with this part, but with that part here that we have by the CZ as well. And it's only needed that the top rim here to interlock. Doesn't matter how wide it is, it's just that part here. We see how the magazine lock slides down and then clicks in here. So that was already a garbage online, unfortunately. With the longer magazines like this one, a 30 round magazine that is made in USA, that has only this dimple here, it actually works. The magazine locks because we have a little bit of play here, and we see here the dimple that usually locks or stops it by the CZ75 has a bit of play, so it goes in to the frame like here, that it would lock, because otherwise that magazine, it's a Pro Mag, that is rather sloppy made, with my experience what I had with that kind of magazines for a couple different firearms. So it has a bit of play. So actually the long one interlocks and work with the gun. Yeah, I put the sticker on it. So that interlocks, so that is good. So that's the main drawback. We cannot use the CZ75 magazines. What I gonna do with this one is simply alter that part here. I will fit it. It's gonna be about 2 mm shorter. Quite likely that the rim here will be by the border there all the way, and then the CZ75 magazine will lock and the Turkish one will have a bit of play. We will see what we gonna do. I could always take the magazine apart and put a welding point or something on it on each side as a stopping point as well. So the gun only comes with one magazine, so there is not that much lost. Worst case, we sell the Turkish magazine and buy more CZ magazines. So that's the big disappointment. The rest pretty much is all positive, as best as I see so far. The gun, the shape of it, of the handle, sits really well in my hand. It's a little bit on the smooth side, even with the texturing, but that we're gonna change too as I rework the gun. The trigger itself needs more rounding on the outer edges. It's pretty flat. The trigger itself, the tension and all, is pretty good. It's on the lighter side and it's gonna smooth out with reworking anyhow. The magazine button is nice. The plastic doesn't feel cheap. It looks a bit strange with the printing all over the place, here. Maybe that's on the back side even more. Maybe that is Turkish fashion to put it here and here, and of course by the slide as well. Amazing. But that doesn't bother me at all. That is not that much of a problem. The sights are, well, we do not have, like by some of the CZ, a bit a rifling up here. That is more coarse. It's simply smooth. The sight itself is also pretty well. We have a 3-dot sight system. For my eyes, the distance in between the rear sight is too small. I'm gonna fix that also. And yeah, one other negative point is on the frame. It's open on the back strap. This is an easy fix as well. That will get filled and sealed there, so we don't have to deal with any dirt or anything that goes in it. It also have no rail in the front. There I gonna alter something as well, because I wanna use a weapon light on this one. The dehorning from the slide is pretty well made, pretty good. There is not much sharp edges as you would expect, a little bit on the hammer, and as I say, by the trigger the controls are nice. Also, what is different is that cutout here by the safety that you see the red dot. This gun is beyond safe as the hammer is cocked only. There is no decocker, it's a classic CZ75 design copy, and yeah, just a bit upgraded in the parts that are not interchangeable, and the safety system is pretty much the same. So there I'm gonna alter it as well, that we can put it on safe, and as it is now it's gonna stop. You cannot load the chamber like this. I did already alter my CZ75 that you can chamber around with the safety on. I like that feature better. It's an easy fix, and this one I'm gonna keep for the rest of my life as well. I may have to quick say something about Switzerland and Europe, about firearms there. Currently you get, if you get the license, then you can buy maybe 1 or 2 or 3, in Germany sometimes up to 5 pieces, depending on what you target shoot or sport shoots or whatever. But this is completely unlike in USA, as we simply do not need any okay from anybody else. We go in the store or online and we buy the firearms how we want and finish. And this is how it is for free people, and we better keep it that way in USA, because it's an absolute pain that other people that not even know you judge about you if you get a gun or not. And I don't think that the US people gonna like that as much if somebody else compromise their freedom as I had it in Switzerland, and as it is still in Germany and many other European countries with the absolute garbage criminal law. So that much about that. Now we take it apart. It's pretty simple. Like the CZ75, we have these 2 dots that, like this, do not match. The slide needs to come backwards, that the 2 dots are on top of each other. The dots there I'm gonna mark with a special paint as well. We push it behind so the dots match, and then we press in the slide stop. As I say, it's a new one, so now it did come out. You need to press it in here, then take that part out, then the slide simply comes off the frame. Slide stop is in a usual shape of the CZ75. The main difference is the frame. It's plastic. It's a little bit thinner in this construction because we don't have the added scales, but the CZ75 is also relative thin from the mechanical side. As best as I see so far, it's a typical CZ75 design. It's a bit oh yeah, I see what it is. So now we see a bit better how that looks. How that looks inside. It's a typical CZ75 design. We have the guide from the trigger in front, the spring of the trigger, then the double bars left and right side that goes all the way behind to the sear. Here the ejector, and there is the part that goes under the safety. So hopefully the camera see that. So it all in all looks pretty much like a CZ75 design at all. Nothing special there, but they say the parts are not interchangeable. 100% may need fitting and all that. I would say it's about the same problem like with the Tanfoglio and the CZ. There is fitting as well, or with the Jericho pistol line that we have in USA as well, as the I think Mini Eagle is the name, but that is all outdated by now pretty much with all the polymer frame pistols. So nothing special on the frame, on the slide. There is nothing special at all. Either we have big serrations, way bigger and easier to grasp than the CZ75 usually has. Then they say the guide rod and the barrel is stainless steel, and we have here the automatic firing pin safety. What is also nice, they already polished that part here, and inside there I gonna rework some parts as well too. So as I take out the barrel, the feed ramp has a bit burrs in it, but it's already pretty good polished. On the feed ramp there we're gonna polish more. Also we see that gun is brand new, there is nothing to see at all. Typical extractor. Yeah, it's a brand new one. And then the guide rod with its spring, that's also usual. Nice that they made a full length metal, as they say, stainless steel. We see as I work on that guide rod, that is like Beretta for the Model 92, they did opt now for plastic guide rod with plastic, and that is just plain simple cheap. And this one I like way better. I can polish up the whole length, that it smoother, has a smoother action, so that is really easy to do with this gun, and simple at all. And after the magazine is fixed up, that we're gonna have a look. As we see here is the single side lock, and as we look in the gun, we see in about here, we see there the magazine lock inside the channel. So it locks on that side and not on the front side. That would need to have a cutout here. So as we put it in, it just don't go up all the way. We see the distance between the magazine here and the extractor from the CZ75 magazine. Now we see it with the Turkish one. We see it has a little bit of play, and we see it comes way higher up here. And the same we have with the long 30 round magazine. It interlocks on top as well. So as we fit the frame for the CZ75 magazines, take off slightly a bit in this length here, so that the magazine actually goes all the way up as needed, and then interlocks with the magazine button. Then everything is fine. To put it back together, we simply drop in the barrel. Then we have the magazine spring, the recoil spring. are both sides the same, I just see, so it doesn't matter which side it goes in. Sometimes it matters. Push it back and how it looks, the part is like this. We see it as we put it down. Then I have to reach around the camera a bit. As we see that the slide rail starts here, but because it's a polymer frame it's only here and a bit over here, so that's different. You can go in here, so then it goes all the way in. Yeah, that was the correct position of the spring and the rod. Then we have the problem over here again with those two buttons. We need to align those two dimple that we have the hole in line correctly. Yeah, with for the slide stop that looks like this, and then you simply push it in. That's all what it is. Yeah. I just saw as the safety is in this position, in the safe position, can't fire. The slide goes back and forth, so that point is already fixed by the factory. That is pretty good. I did not see that. As I say, I just got it and wanna show a bit some of the first impressions. So would I buy this gun again? Yes. With a bit of handiwork you can fix the little problems if you desire to do so. As it is out of the box, if you have original magazines, a couple more, and thank God the 30 rounders work as well. That is pretty good. If you have, like me, already a CZ75 or Tanfoglio that use the CZ75 magazine, and you have maybe already a number of those magazines and want to use those on all your firearms, then you need to rethink if that gonna work for you, because the magazine will not work. Doesn't matter if it's a single cut, an older one, or a double cut, a newer one, it will not work in the pistol how it is. The locking mechanism, as I did show, will not work. You need to alter the frame a little bit, and that's a pretty